Alright, I'm getting ready to put out a bunch of new books and just wanted to run through really quick what they are so you can get a quick sneak peek. So the first one is called The Assignment, and it's a book about a favorite teacher, but this favorite teacher gives an assignment for debate class that they are supposed to debate for the Nazis and the final solution. And the kids kind of decide that maybe doesn't sound like such a good assignment. Do they really want to do it or not? This Coven Won't Break. This is a sequel to a book that we got in last year. It's about witches and has to do with Salem and the Salem witch trials. Dress Coded is a book about girls who get in trouble for their school's dress code and decide that they think it's unfair and they want to stand up against it and resist the dress code. Bloom. This one is kind of a sci-fi book about a rainstorm that causes weird black plants to start to grow. So sci-fi, trying to survive these weird black plants. Good. Scary book, The Haunting of Hounds Hollow. Mystery to it, ghost dogs in it. Lauren Wolk, Echo Mountain. This one's kind of historical fiction. It's set during the Great Depression, and there's an accident. So the father gets into an accident, and it's kind of blamed on one of the daughters. So her struggle to survive in the Great Depression and deal with what happened after her father's accident. Tornado Brain. This one is about a person, the main character has autism, so just about how their brain works a little bit differently than other people's and trying to get along and make friends. Also, this one has a little bit of a mystery to it too. This person had a friend, but the friend didn't judge this person, but the friend has disappeared, so they're trying to figure out what happened to that person. All right, the new book by E. Lockhart. E. Lockhart is the one who wrote We Were Liars, which was an Iowa Teen Award book a few years ago. This one is kind of starts off sad. Something happens sad at the beginning of the book, and then it's about this girl's summer and lots of kind of romance too, like her love stories. The next one, What Lane by Tori Maldonado. This year's Iowa Teen Award winning book, Tight, same author. This is his new one, just about friends. The main character is biracial, just trying to form their identity as they get older and grow up. This one, we have quite a few of these graphic novels in the library. This one's called Goodbye, and they are written by actual real-life teenagers, so they are nonfiction, true stories. This one has to do with suicide, and so the teenager writes the story, and then they have a professional person illustrate the graphic novel, and then there's actual pictures and kind of follow-up story about the real person in the back of the book too. New biography that just came in, Call Me American, the extraordinary true story of a young Somali immigrant. This is the young adult version of an adult book, so it's a little bit shorter. They kind of cut out the parts that they think are not as interesting for younger readers. This one is a poetry book, Somebody Give This Heart a Pen. So a British poet. You can see there the power of her words will affect generations by the author of The Hate You Give. So Angie Thomas recommends this book. This one, Greta's Story. It's the schoolgirl who went on strike to save the planet. So a nonfiction book about Greta, who is an environmental activist. Out to Get You. These are 13 short stories, so 13 tales, scary story, and this book glows in the dark. I'm gonna pause the video here and show you how it glows in the dark. It's pretty cool. All right, this one, Black Brother, Black Brother. The author is Jewel Parker Rhodes. These are a couple of the other books that Jewel Parker Rhodes has written that we have in our library. So this one is about a kid who goes to a private school, and he's African American, and he feels kind of left out being one of the only black kids in this private school. The next one, Date Me Bryson Keller. It's about a kid who takes a dare to date anybody who asks him out on a Monday. This one has some LGBTQ themes in it as well. Next one, My Life as a Potato. Funny story, just about a boy trying to survive middle school. He feels like potatoes are a curse to him, and he ends up moving to Idaho. Bad state to live in if you think potatoes are a curse. The next one is Letters from Cuba. Letters from Cuba is a historical fiction book, and it's about a family escaping Germany and finding refuge in Cuba, but realizing that anti-Semitism and Nazi ideas exist in Cuba as well. So a story about a girl and her family. You can see Alan Gratz recommends this book as well. He's a pretty popular author in our library here. Say Yes Summer, just a fun, lighthearted summer romance, friendship type of book. You can see Casey West, very popular author in our library, so she recommends this book as well. And then the last one, Here in the Real World. This one is highly recommended, but if you read the cover, it doesn't really tell you a whole lot what the book is about. Sounds like there's a little bit of fantasy. A boy gets shipped off to a summer camp even though he'd rather just hang out at home and do his own thing. But his parents send him off to summer camp and he makes some friends and they kind of create a little alternate world. So maybe a little like Bridge to Terabithia, but I'm not sure. You all have to read it and tell me what you think. Give me a review. All right, so those are some great new books that will be out on the shelves in the library. Put them on hold and I will deliver them, or you can put them on hold if they're already checked out and hop in line.